So today we're back down in the nursery. As I told you, I'm moving everything back down here. I haven't gotten all the babies down yet, but we're going to see some babies today that we haven't seen in a while. Here I have Sadie and Siren. Sorry. And we'll move this stuff out of the way. So what I want to do down here, my next project, after I get everything cleaned up, is to do a line of shelves along the top of the wall all the way around, because I have a collection of Beanie Boos, quite a large collection that I have nowhere to put. So they're just kind of in a bag right now. They're in several bags. The Beanie Boos are the Beanie Babies, but they have the big glittery eyes. Do you know the ones I'm talking about? So it's time to change some of these babies out of their summer outfits because it's getting chilly. So we're down here. We're going to start changing babies down here and getting them. Sadie and Siren are the 8-month Brooklyn by Bountiful Baby. It's one of my favorite Bountiful Baby kits. And I just love it. It's such a cute kit. So we're going to, let's see. Oh, that's cute. But first I need to find the shirt that I had. There it is. So we're going to dress Siren and Sadie today. And if there's time, we're going to dress Cassidy Joy, because she has been in that summer outfit all summer long and she needs to get changed into something a little bit warmer. So it's nice to be back down in the nursery. I've missed all the babies. I come down a few times a week and see them, but I haven't really played down here much for the last several months since I severely injured my back during a fall. So I just haven't been down here a lot. And I'm excited to be back down here and being able to see the babies that have been down here for a couple of months. It was the middle of July that I took some of the babies upstairs and started doing my video. I think it was July. Started doing my videos up there. But now I'm going to start moving back to the nursery. There might still be a few videos upstairs, but for the most part, I'm going to try to start doing them again down here. As long as I can do the stairs, it will be all right. Oh, this is so cute on her. Cassidy Joy is one of my big girls. I have 2 big girls, and I have to bring the other one down so that Cassidy has a friend, because they're both like size 3T. Palmer and Cassidy. So, okay, here is Sadie. This one is Sadie. There she is. Isn't she cute? And she's wearing her nice warm outfit. And now we've got to get Siren dressed. So I had 3 of these, and the third was my boy, and his name was Saber. And he got traded to a friend of mine, so I don't have him anymore. I don't have Mr. Saber. I do miss him, though, a great deal. So I wish I could get him back, because I do miss him. All right, my socks were in here too, and then they moved. They're there. And I'll show you guys my very first baby today, although I think you've seen her a couple of times. I'll show her to you again. Her name is Talia, and she is the Jessie by Bountiful Baby. She was the very first baby I got. She was a gift from an artist when I first got into the community. And she is the reason that I have all my other babies, because I had a relative, an aunt, who actually was into Reborns, but I didn't know she was into Reborns. I didn't know anything about Reborns. And when I very first got my Jessie, my Talia, I posted her on my page, and my aunt saw it, and she was very excited. And a few months after I got my Talia, my aunt got very ill, and she asked me if I would like her babies. So I ended up with like 30 reborns just from that one, which was very exciting. And then I kind of traded them and, you know, moved everybody around for a while until I got a collection I was really happy with. I asked her if it was okay if I traded them or sold them, and she said it was fine. She didn't care. Her kids weren't into the reborns, and she had a ton of them. So because of Talia, I ended up with a huge collection of reborns. And there's Siren. This is such a cute kit. Such a cute kid with such chubby little cheeks. So sweet. I love this kit. I'm going to leave you guys just for a second while I grab an outfit for Cassidy, because she's my big girl. Oh, no, I already pulled out an outfit for her. Never mind. I don't need to find an outfit for her, but let me grab her. Let me grab Miss Cassidy. All right, Cassidy, come here. Getting her out of this little stroller that she sits in is a little bit of a challenge. There we go. Oh, I forgot how heavy she is. She's a heavy girl. So this is Cassidy Joy. And she's my 3-year-old size. And she's the biggest I want to go. I don't think I want to go any bigger than her. I know that they have like 5, 6, 7-year-olds, but, and even 4-year-olds, but I don't want to go that high. I think that the 3-year-old size is as big as I want to go. I don't want any other child size reborns. So I really like from like 3 to 6 months-ish up to the 3-year-olds is probably the size that I like the best. I'm not really that into newborns. I'm certainly not into preemies. And I don't think I want to go any bigger than 3. I have 2 of them. That one, Palmer, is more like the size of like a 2-year-old. And Cassidy is my 3-year-old girl. She's the Perla kit. And she is such a sweetheart, but I just don't think I want to go any bigger. I have trouble getting the shirt off her because her shoulders and arms are a little bit wider than the shirt. So I have to kind of force it off her. There we go. Okay. So there's Cassidy. Look, that's a little top she was wearing. Isn't that cute? It's a nice light summer outfit, and we're gonna put this on her. It's got Minnie and Mickey on it. And this is a 24 months, but it does fit her because I've had it on her before. I think I had it on her a little. I didn't have her all of last winter, but I had her a little bit last winter, and I had this on her. And then I don't have a lot of clothes in her size, but I have a couple outfits. I need to pick up a couple more just so I have a little bit more variety. I think I only have about 4 outfits altogether that fits her because she's quite a bit bigger than my other babies. She's got really long legs compared to my other babies. So let's see if this will be, I think this fits her. I think this is the one I had on her last year. But let's see. Let's see. Ah, Miss Cassidy Joy. She is so pretty. Yep, it fits. All right, we're going to get socks for her, and we'll put her shoes back on. Some of the paint is coming off her toenails, just this one. I have to fix that. I can't wait to get this all cleaned up and organized down here so I can get my painting station set up, because I really miss painting my babies. And I'm really excited to start painting them again, especially because I have all these kits sitting around that need to get done. So I'm super excited about that. I love painting. And I have so many kits. I even have Abigail by Laura Tuzio Ross, I think. Is it Laura Tuzio? It might be Laura Tuzio Ross. Anyway, I have her. I have a couple of her. I have a couple Cody Bear. I have like 2 or 3 Evelyns by Cassie Brace. I have a bunch. I have a Trey and a Ginger that I've had from when I very first got into Reborns. Those were the first kits I bought. And I want to get them painted because they are no longer available. from Bountiful Baby. So I'm pretty excited about getting some painting done and getting started on painting again. I've started bringing boxes down to get my mom's stuff packed up, which is just kind of cluttering up it's not really a living room, but like the family room area. There's like a general area out there that's bogged up with my mom's stuff. So it'll be nice to get that stuff out of there and start setting up my craft area and my painting area. So I'm starting to work on that finally. And now her armature is sticking out. And so I'm super excited about that. But here's Miss Cassidy Joy. We'll do her hair. Just even though her hair is already kind of done, we'll do it again. There she is. Very cute little pumpkin. All right, let me get this and my comb. What do I do with the comb? Here it is. Here's a brush and a comb. All right. She looked so pretty in that little outfit I had on her. I love that outfit on her. I think that's probably my favorite outfit for her. I don't change her as often as the other babies because I just don't have a ton of clothes to change her into. Because I just don't have that size. But I'm going to start getting some clothes for her this winter. And that will be good for her to have some extra outfits. I'm thinking I'm going to leave the babies and the baby stuff that's upstairs for right now, so that I have less stuff down here so I can start making some sense out of the mess. It's been like this for a year, because I remember I only just moved down here last January when my mom passed away. Before that, I had stuff all over the house. I had some upstairs and some down here, and I just had stuff everywhere. So now I'm going to start getting everything organized. It's been really hard to like think about getting rid of my mom's stuff, you know. It's been really hard to think, like, you know, that's like such a final thing, getting rid of her belongings. So I don't think I was ready before, but I think I'm ready now to start moving her stuff on and, you know, finding new homes for some of her things. And I had already gotten rid of her clothes because she was a really tiny woman. She was like 5 foot, maybe barely 5 feet. And she was like 98 pounds. I mean, she was really tiny. And she had a friend who she met at the senior center named Myrna, who was also extremely tiny. And so when my mom passed, Myrna asked if she could have some of her clothes. So that's how come I got rid of her clothes so quickly, because I know she would have wanted some of her stuff to go to her best friend. So I packed up her clothes and took them over to a friend's house, but I still have all her other things here that I need to do something with. So we're going to work on that in the next few weeks. Get that going. All right, here's this. Yeah, but getting rid of stuff is so final. It's a really hard step to take. So I have been kind of putting it off all year, but now I think I'm ready. I don't feel like I'm forcing myself. I feel like I'm ready to move forward with that. And here's Miss Cassidy Joy. She doesn't stand up on her own, and her armatures are doing some weird things right now. So her legs aren't really straight, but there she is. Isn't she pretty? Miss Cassidy Joy. I don't know if you guys like history, but I like watching some of the turn back history shows. So like there's a couple, there's one, I don't know if you guys know what a high street is, but a high street back in the day was like a place in the center of town where all the main shops were. It was kind of like the town green where I grew up. And there's a show called Turning Back Time High Street. And it basically is these different shops. There's like 4 or 5 families that try to run shops in the on the high street, and they go from different eras. So like the first era is like the what do they call it? The Victorian time, and they have to run a shop only using the equipment and selling the goods that they did in the Victorian time. So it's really interesting. And the last couple days I've been watching the High Street Family. So basically these families go back. This was my very first baby. This is Miss Talia. So basically the families go back to living in, like, it starts with the Edwardian era, and then it goes into the 20s and 30s, then the 40s, then the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And each episode is a different era. It's really interesting. We forget how easy we have it and how convenient everything is in our society, and how different things were for people of other times, you know, not just like the products and money wise, but like we don't have to worry about war the way they did during World War II, you know, like with air raid sirens and sandbags everywhere. And, you know, it's just, we have it really lucky compared to some of those other eras. So I was watching that because I like history, and it's very interesting. Very, very interesting watching families from this era go back in time and have to live the way they did during those times. So right now I'm on the 40s, which was World War II. And it's just interesting to see modern people go back and try to live the way that our ancestors or that our family members did back in the day. You know, it's just really hard. I need to remat Talia. I got Talia in February. I want to say she gave her to me in either 2017 or 2018. That's when I first got into Reborns. And I was just in awe when I opened the box. I had never seen a Reborn. I'd only seen like Ashton Drake babies. And I couldn't get over how realistic she looked and how beautiful she was. And I was just touched. I cried when I first saw her. And then, like I said, my aunt saw that I posted a Reborn, and she was like, oh, you know, none of my family really wants my Reborns. Do you want them? And so that's how I kind of got a leg up by my aunt sending me like 30 Reborns. She actually had close to 80, I think. But she kept a bunch of them, and then I don't know what happened to them when she passed. But I was really grateful that she sent me a bunch, because it really jump-started my collection. So, and Talia, she just started all of that, huh? She was the start of all of it, huh, Chickie? Sit down, let's fix your hair, Tally. So Talia was my very first Reborn. Put in the comments down below, what kit was your first Reborn? And what did you name it? Like real Reborn. I know that like Ashton Drakes are like Reborns, but what was your very first, like actual Reborn doll? Like a kit that was painted. And I'm not knocking Ashton Drakes. I love Ashton Drakes. I actually got into dolls because I started buying Ashton Drakes for my girls for Christmas and birthdays. And that's how I originally got into. And then I saw somebody, I don't remember where, I think I had joined an Ashton Drake group on Facebook. And somebody posted this like ultra realistic doll, like way more realistic than Ashton Drake's. And I asked her where she got it. And then she told me about Reborns. And then I started looking into Reborns. And then I think I posted something to the effect of, how do you guys find Reborns? They're so expensive. Because, you know, I mean, now I know that, you know, a couple $100s for a doll is not unreasonable with the work and the art quality that goes into them. But when I first got into Reborns, you know, I thought a couple $100s for a doll, that's crazy, you know. And so I think I had posted about where do people get them or something. And then I had an artist contact me and said that she had a baby that she would be willing to gift to me. And I was just eternally grateful because I love Talia. And I still have her and I love her. And she was the one that started all the craziness, huh, girly? Huh, girly? And I actually went back to that same artist and had her make me another Jessie, which I'll show you in a minute. Talia's sister, Taylee. It was about 6 months after I got Tally that I went back and asked her to make me another Jessie because I just fell in love with the kit. And I'll show you Taylee in a minute. But right now we're playing with Talia. So here's Talia. Isn't she pretty? And she's painted by Forever Babies by Missy. Just a little cutie patootie. Let me grab an outfit for Taylee and we'll dress Taylee too. Miss Talia and Miss Taylee. Here, we'll put this on Taylee. I need a onesie for this. I don't know where I have one. I have one somewhere unless Taylee's wearing one. Taylee might be wearing a onesie. I have to see. We're going to put this on Taylee. It's a Minnie Mouse outfit. But here is Taylee, and she is Talia's sister. She's the Jessie as well. And she was made by the same artist. I went back to that same artist, and I asked her to make me another Jessie. And I obviously, this one wasn't a gift. I paid for it. And I just love Taylee. I still have her and Talia. I don't think I'll ever get rid of them because Talia was my very first baby and Taylee was made by the same artist and I just love them both so much. I want to get her to make me another baby, but I just haven't had the time or the money right now to ask her, but I eventually will. I eventually want to get another baby by her. She does such a beautiful job, especially on the face. She does little capillaries on the cheeks. Anyway, they're both from Forever Babies by Missy, so you can absolutely check her out. She is a wonderful artist. She did a beautiful job on these two girls. But I love Talia and I love Taylee. So I've really enjoyed having them. I don't play with Talia as much now just because she's older. And I have so many other babies and I've been really into my toddlers the last year or so. But I always find time every couple months to sit down and snuggle with Talia and Taylee. So the last year or so I've been really into my toddlers. But Jessie is still within the size that I like. Jessie is 22 inches, so I had a couple people ask me if I would sell Talia. First of all, if I ever did get rid of Talia, I would absolutely gift her to somebody because she was gifted to me and I don't believe in selling babies that were gifted. I just don't think that's right. If an artist or another person is going to lose money to send me a gift, I don't feel right selling it and making money off it. So if I ever did decide to give up Talia or Taylee, well, Taylee was paid for, so it's not the same situation, but Talia was a gift. And I just don't feel right about making money off something that somebody else lost money to gift me. Do you know what I mean? That just doesn't feel right to me. So if I ever did decide to give up Talia, and I don't think I will, but if I ever do, I will probably gift her because like I said, I don't feel right making money off something that somebody else chose to lose money on to send me that gift. And that's one of the reasons I stopped gifting babies because so many people were turning around and selling them and it just doesn't feel right to me. You know what I mean? If someone is going to choose to lose money to send a gift, then the person who receives the gift should not make money off it. If they want to gift it to someone else or send it back to the person who gave it to them so they can re-gift it, I think that's fine. But I don't think it's right for any of us to make money off something that somebody lost money on because of the kindness of their heart. To me, that just feels wrong. And I just could not see myself making money off Talia. And I could not, that's like, I really hurt me when I was gifting so many babies, because up until, let's see, I've only gifted 2 this year. So up until like 2 years ago, I had gifted like 75 babies. I'd gifted quite a lot of babies. And to watch people turn around and sell them like pretty quickly, a lot of them sold them within a couple days. And so to make money off something that somebody else lost money on because they wanted to do something nice, to me, just doesn't seem right. So that's the reason I would never sell Talia. If I didn't want her, or it got to the point where I didn't want her, which I don't see happening, but if it did, I would 100% gift her to somebody else, because I would want to continue that trend of gifting. I wouldn't want to sell her and make money off her because the artist lost money to give her to me. So there's Miss Taily. Isn't she pretty? Look at little Taily. So there's Talia and Taily. You guys let me know what you think about gifting. Do you think that people should sell gifted babies, or do you think they should, what do you think they should do with them if they don't bond with them? I'm just curious if you guys feel the same way. I'm going to let you guys run. I love you, ladybugs, and I hope you have a great night. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.